Have you been guilty of any conduct that was not in agreement with your conscience? Hi, my name is McNeil, and I am the Master Wealth Builder, helping you to build a stronger and better life and business profitably in every area of your life. We are talking about, yes, again, your favorite subject, you. We're talking about you today, your desire, your dream, your goal, your purpose, your vision for your life. But how do you get there from where you are? You start with a plan of action with an accountability partner or partners that will help you along that journey. While on that journey, you must oftentimes take a step off the treadmill and really do some self-analysis. Take self-inventory of where you are compared to where you'd like to be, and how do you get there from here? So whereas we're walking through these principles, we started with your desire, and it's up to you to determine what that is. Is it a certain amount of money? 5 or 10 or 20, $50,000, maybe $1 million, or $5 or $10 million, whatever that is for you. Might just be to pay the next bill. Whatever that means for you, you get to determine, how do you go to the next level? What help do you need in that journey in helping you to get there? Well, your faith and how you apply your faith as a part of the journey becomes critically important. And then you have your imagination and ideas that you create to help you on that journey. Your specialized knowledge will help you to become an expert in your craft. But you must have plans to achieve that which you desire. All of these principles are building on top of each other, just like a building block. As you take an assessment of yourself, I've listed a number of the questions from the book, and today we're on question number 22. Question number 22 very simply asks you, have you been guilty of any conduct which was not approved by your conscience? Your conscience. Now, in preparation for this, I started doing some personal introspection of myself and a number of my clients. And I chose to talk about myself today as an example of what not to do. Yes, yes, yes. What not to do. You see, I can talk about me as I talk to you. Because you see, your conscious mind tells you what's right from what's wrong. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's right or wrong. Your subconscious mind only knows what you tell it over and over and over again. That's why the power of autosuggestion, as we program the subconscious mind, will help you to determine a path by which you want to take. But when you think about your conscious mind serving as a guard to the gate, it will tell you, no, this is not right. You know, eating that overindulgence in a certain food or a certain drink, you get to a certain point where you know this is the limit and you should stop, or maybe you should not indulge at all. Well, that's your conscious mind telling you the difference between what's true and what's false. Your subconscious mind is not going to do that. So as I was thinking about this, I thought about myself, and many, many years ago, because I'm always focusing on wealth, not just money, but yes, money is very important. Like Zig and some of the others say, and if you don't think so, try living without it. Yes, the bills, they still come and they do require money. But as I thought about a very long time ago, I was aspiring to make lots of money. And as I began to save money and put money away, I began to look into different ways to make that money grow. I knew absolutely nothing about investing. Well, someone approached me about taking my money and investing it for me. My conscious mind said, you know what it said. Think about it. My conscious mind said, no, don't do it. My gut said, no, don't do it. But I'd programmed myself to want to make more money. And so I did it. I let that person have, yes, my life savings. And at the time, it was only $15,000. I'm going way back, coming from being very, very broken, and saving that money took me years. But that was my conscious mind speaking to me, and I did not listen. And so my question to you today is to really think about this question number 22. Have you been guilty of any conduct which was not approved by your conscience? And it took me many, yes, listen, I'm human like everybody else. It took me many years of prayer and supplication, letting my requests be made known to God to please forgive me for not knowing. Because yes, in the beginning, I was upset with the person, but I was more upset with myself because I did not, one, follow my conscience. And number two, I did not know that I did not know. And number three, I committed to myself to begin to learn as a part of my own organized planning for my life and also for my business. So I want to challenge you today. Yes, it's another challenge. This is the call to action. Do the self-analysis. Take the self-inventory question number 22 and ask yourself the question, are you listening to your conscience when it's telling you as a part of your plans what you should and should not do? Now, let me tell you the end of that story because I don't want to leave you hanging there. I decided to take that information and create a plan of action to begin to learn how to invest and how to save all over again. That $15,000 was the best educational investment I could make. And at the time that happened, yes, I have 2 degrees and I'm a licensed general contractor. Actually, I have 2 general contracting licenses. Yes, I own 2 businesses at the time, but that's my story. What's your story? Are you following your conscience? Don't beat yourself up because what happened, that thing, that situation, I chose over time. It took time. Give yourself some time too. But I chose to use that as optimization data to analyze what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and what could I have done differently. And what I found in my own self-analysis, because I'm still living in these questions, back then I was still in this book, and back then I was still on these questions, and I really I took a sheet of paper with my mastermind group, we talked about it, we discussed it, and what we realized is that none of us really knew how to invest. So my situation turned into a very positive situation, and because of that situation, I was able to turn it around with our mastermind group, and we formed our first investment club out of that situation. No, I did not listen to my conscience. I should have. I could have done the woulda, shoulda, coulda, did, and I didn't. But that's not what's important. What's more important for you and for myself is when those things happen and we don't listen to our conscience, what can we do next? And then the next thing, and then the next thing, as we take personal inventory and a personal assessment of ourselves, not our neighbor, but of ourselves, and determine with a mastermind group of accountability. That was very important because they were able to see things I could not see. And they were able to help me see it as a blessing in disguise, which showed something in my character and something in myself that I needed to work on. I'm still working on that. What about you? Are you working on your conscious and how it speaks to you? Are you programming your mind subconsciously about exactly what you want and then being open to the universe when it brings it to you. It may not be disguised in a bow with a nice ribbon on it, you know, that red ribbon wrapped around that Tiffany box. It might be disguised as a struggle. It might be disguised as a problem. It might be disguised as work. But what are you going to do with the situation when you're handed a problem? Listen to your subconscious mind as you program it, but listen to your conscious mind as it tells you the difference, and begin to work within to bring that which you want to manifest. Again, I want to thank you for continuing on this journey with me. Please like, share, comment, and let me know if you agree with this, or maybe you don't agree. Maybe you have some different thoughts. I'm open to listen to that. But I also like to encourage you to go to annmcneil.com. Connect with us in our program. We have a list of activities there. You can join us with our clarity, which we help you to get greater clarity and how do you move forward in taking action on your desires. AnnMcNeil.com, you can reach me there. But again, my call to action to you and my challenge to you is take the self-analysis inventory test number 22 and determine whether or not you're listening to your conscious. And if you're not, let us help you on that journey. Again, thank you for continuing to think and grow richer with us. And again, as always, I will see you tomorrow.